Hello and welcome back to Shulchan HaRav. We continue in Hilchos Birchos HaShachar, morning Brochos, Siman Nun Hey, and we pick it up with Sif Daled in the middle. This is part 2 to Sif Daled, and we'll see if we can get to Sif Hey. Today's learning is Le'ilu Nishmas Gedalia ben Velvel Olav Hashalom. The neshama should have an aliyah. The Kaddish Shalachar Aleinu, the Kaddish that's said after Aleinu, Bein B'Shachris, Bein B'Arvis, whether it's during Shachris or Ma'ariv or Mincha for that matter, Lo Yomer El Im Kein Yesh Asar B'Shas Amiris HaKaddish. There has to be 10 people while you're saying Kaddish. It doesn't matter that there were 10 people before. V'afilu Hayu Asar B'Shas Amiris Aleinu. Even if there were 10 people when you said Aleinu, Ein Zem Moyel LeKaddish Shalachar. It does not help for the Kaddish after Aleinu. Hayol Ve'enu El Minig, because that Kaddish is only a custom. Lo Yomer Kaddish Achar Aleinu to say Kaddish after Aleinu. V'lo Mi Takonas Chachamim, who it's not from Takonas of the Chachamim in the Gemara. V'hu adin b'Kaddish ha'omer achar alimud, and so too the Kaddish d'Rabbanan that we say after learning. Tzarich shiyu asar b'shas amiris HaKaddish. There has to be 10 people while Kaddish being said, not just during the learning beforehand. V'hu adin im hayu asar ba'amiris psuki d'zimra. Same thing would be if there were 10 people during the recitation of psuki d'zimra, and then some people left. Or ba'amiris ashrei shalei tfilas mincha, or during ashrei right before mincha. And then some people left before you said Kaddish. You cannot say Kaddish with less than 10 people. It doesn't matter there were 10 people right before. That even though this Kaddish is part of the Chazal's takana who put the tefillas together, since you cannot say Baruch Hu or the repetition of Shemona Esrei after this Kaddish in the way that was intended by Chazal, therefore Ein Kaddish Zeh Chayva Klal. The Kaddish standing by itself is no longer an obligation. The Takana of Chachamim was to say Kaddish and Baruch Hu right next to each other. For the same reason, you can't make any interruptions verbally between Kaddish and Baruch Hu, like it was explained in Siman and Dalet. So too at Mincha, the Takana was Loimer Kaddish to say Kaddish right before Shemona Esrei. Because we never started Shemona Esrei in this way without a Kaddish before it, like was explained, like will be explained, Mr. Shem, in Siman Reish Tzadi Beis. Have a great day. And here's Sif Hay. Since this is Le'ilu Nishmas Gedalia ben Velvel, will put forth a little bit of extra effort here. Yesh Matirim, there are those that say it's permissible Loimar Davar Shep Kedusha V'Tes V'Tziruf Eved Isha Eikatan, to have 9 men and combine with 1 slave or a woman or a child to make 10. Lefisha Al Kol Asara, because whenever Asar B'nei Bris, whenever there's 10 people who are bound by the covenant of Hashem, Hashchina Shara, the Shechina is there, therefore it's a minion. That even although it's not kavadik for Shemaim to say a Davar Shepikadusha with less than 9 people, you have to have at least 9, and then it's okay, according to this opinion. Shetes nirim ka'asara, because 9 looks like 10. Or levad sheyah katan yosem ben vav shana, but the katan, the child has to be at least 6 years old. V'yodei l'mishim ispalim, and he's got to know who he's davening to. Shepachas ben sheish, because some child under 6, afal pisha yodea, even though he does know, ein dait klum, his knowledge is meaningless because he's too little. Shaharei lahigia la'onas ha'pu'utais, he has not reached the level of an articulate minor. It's as if he has no das. But then there are those that say that a woman or a child or a slave or a child cannot be combined into a group of 9 to make it 10. All 10 people have to be males who are not slaves, who are adults. And they've brought 2 pubic hairs to prove their adulthood. Anything less than this, the Shechina is not there, and you cannot say Devarim Shepik Kedusha. You can't say any of these things. Even if a katan, the child is holding a sefer Torah, you cannot combine him, you can't include him in the minyan v'chein ikar, and that is the ikar halacha. Nevertheless, do not make troubles for the people who are lenient in this matter when it's an urgent situation. To include a child when he's holding a chumash, or even without the chumash, because there are opinions that they can rely upon, even though we don't paskin that way. Since there is valid opinions from very chashuv rishonim, you don't stop these people from doing it. Nevertheless, lo yomru ela baruch v'kaddish. They should only say things like baruch and kaddish shehu chiyuv, which are obligatory. Avaloi kaddish achar aleinu, but not like the kaddish after aleinu she'enu ela minig, which is only a custom. Have another great day.